Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. Ndindi Nyoro today addressed the media for the first time after he was kicked out as the chair of the budget committee. And I know most of you are actually disappointed because Ndindi Nyoro did not tell you what you are expecting to hear from him.
I know there is what I want to say, but I also know there is what you want to hear. And that is the nature of the work we do, and that is the nature of your work. If you allow me today, I called you in this particular office because you have come here before, most of you, in terms of coverage of budget making process. And I called you specifically here because that is actually the agenda. The agenda is that there have been changes, and I felt convinced within myself that given the pivotal role the position held in the workings of our country, in the workings of our nation, in the workings of our various government agencies, development, and every other thing, and because whatever we were doing, I was also updating you regularly, I thought it was important that I call you the way I have done, so that the things we've been reading and the things we have been seeing, I can clarify a few of them.
I paid very close attention to Ndindi Nyoro, and I came to one conclusion: that Ndindi Nyoro was not prepared to tell Kenyans what Kenyans wanted to hear.
And therefore, in terms of what was said and whoever said it last week in Parliament, I would not be provoked to answer evil with evil, neither will I be provoked to answer an insult with insult. Time answers many things. Time answers so many things. I mean, if I allege, for example, if I come here and allege Kajim here is actually not from Kenya, and I say no, I have evidence, he's actually not from Kenya. Only time. He may not need to say much. The truth and the facts have a way of outliving words, and I hold no grudge against anyone.
And if you were to ask me, either Ndindi Nyoro received a call from William Ruto just before the press conference, and that's why he didn't have a written statement. If that's not the case, then Ndindi Nyoro is yet to make clear his political direction. He still doesn't know what he wants. And because of that, maybe his team or his handlers did not agree with the press statement. Maybe Ndindi Nyoro just wanted the attention of the country. And if that's what he wanted, I can assure you Ndindi Nyoro got the attention of the country. In this video, I want us to analyze Ndindi Nyoro's speech. And for me, I'm going to concentrate on what Ndindi Nyoro should have told Kenyans, which he refused to tell Kenyans.
Maybe for clarity's sake, the last discussion I had with the president of the country, the last political discussion, either a chat or a discussion as it were, was before October of last year.
Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. What we do on this channel is that we analyze politics in a way you can't find in any other place. Ladies and gentlemen, let us dive in. First of all, why was Ndindi Nyoro replaced?
The comments that were made in Parliament last week, I would just implore upon everyone, because I'm not the first person to hold this position, respectively so. You can do an analysis for the past many years that this position has existed, and then try to see and compare for yourself, because many times it's not good to talk about yourself because you are likely to be subjective.
And why do you think William Ruto is yet to call Ndindi Nyoro? The last time they spoke was in October last year. If you are to count, that's a long time in politics.
I also don't know. And I am saying it in good faith. I didn't come here to accuse anyone today, or I only came to set the record straight. No one in the leadership of our coalition, from whichever position, has ever called me in regards to the position, in regards to what I need to do better, in regards to what I need to change, in regards to things that needed to be done in a different manner. It's very good for me to put it into record because, as I said, I was holding this position knowing that I was serving Kenyans. So I am also answerable. And in sincerity say, there is no one who has ever called me, decision makers of our coalition, to say anything around this. I read in newspapers about myself the same way you do.
Ndindi Nyoro was the chair of the budget committee, a key player in Kenya Kwanza. What is his rating of the government?
Allow me today, you've asked me to rate the government. You know, I've been chairman of budget. Definitely, I am likely to be subjective. In terms of rating of government, allow me not to answer that now because I just left this position barely a week from today. I am likely to be subjective. But I think as leaders from wherever we are, from MCA level to what I hold to every other level, there is always work to be done. And from my corner, hopefully I'll do my best to chip in into that development so that entirely the country becomes better. But I also know, Aden, that, like all of you, I am a Kenyan, I live here, so I see what there is. So, so Kenyans are better judges than ourselves as leaders.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know your opinion about Ndindi Nyoro after today's press conference. For me, Ndindi Nyoro came out as a coward. Because leadership requires someone who is decisive. Ndindi Nyoro is still sitting on the fence. Because most Kenyans tuned in to listen to Ndindi Nyoro. And these are some of the things they wanted to hear from Ndindi Nyoro. The first thing is Ndindi Nyoro's next political move. In fact, that's what Kenyans wanted to hear from Ndindi Nyoro, nothing else. What is his next political move? Is he going to dump UDA? Is he going to form his own political party? Is he going to join Rigathi Gachagua? Or is he still going to fight within Kenya Kwanza? That is the main thing Kenyans wanted to hear from Ndindi Nyoro. Because currently there are Kenyans who consider Ndindi Nyoro as an option. Why? Because they are tired with William Ruto. So they've been waiting for that day, the moment Ndindi Nyoro was going to give them his political direction. So that if he's going to run for the presidency, they do that. If they are going to, he's going to follow William Ruto, they are going to say, okay, us, no way. Ndindi Nyoro failed to give political direction. Maybe he just wanted the attention and keep Kenyans in suspense so that he will call another press conference and Kenyans will still wait for it. That's number one. The second thing Kenyans wanted to hear from Ndindi Nyoro, which he never spoke about, is the Rigathi Gachagua's factor in Mount Kenya. In the Republic of Kenya today, a two-horse race is shaping up. One is led by William Ruto, another one powered by Rigathi Gachagua. You go to the mountain, Rigathi Gachagua is fully entrenched there. So Kenyans wanted to hear about Ndindi Nyoro's position, whether it's going to be with Ruto, whether it's going to be with Rigathi. If not, they wanted to hear whether it's going to be someone in the middle. In fact, from today's comments, most people believe, just like I've been telling you, that Ndindi Nyoro might actually be sponsored to split the votes from Mount Kenya. The third thing, which I know you guys really wanted to hear about Ndindi Nyoro, is his stand on the broad-based government. Is he opposed to it? Is he supporting it? Because according to Ndindi Nyoro, the last time he spoke with Ruto was in October. We can go back. We know Gen Z stormed parliament on 25th of June. So which means by the time Ruto stopped talking to Rigathi Gachagua, he was already working with Raila Odinga. Which I can easily conclude that by that time, Ndindi Nyoro did not have a problem with the broad-based government. Kenyans really wanted to hear that from Ndindi Nyoro. Number 4, the fourth thing, 2027 politics. That is the main thing Kenyans wanted to hear. Ndindi Nyoro is being speculated that might actually run for the presidency alongside Babu Owino. Currently, Kalonzo is running, Ruto is running. Who else is running? Matiang'i is rumored there. He's yet to make political move. Who else? So Kenyans wanted to hear from Keri member of parliament about 2027 because Kenyans are tired. Kenyans wanajipanga. They wanted to know, is he running for the presidency? If he's not running for the presidency, they move on. Or is he going to run for the governor? Or is he going to run for MP? In fact, some are even suggesting that Ndindi Nyoro could actually be the Mount Kenya candidate for the Nairobi gubernatorial seat in 2027. Someone was telling me that Gachagua, who is being pushed by Rigathi, might not be the real candidate. That Ndindi Nyoro is being persuaded to come and run in Nairobi so that he can use Nairobi to convince Kenyans what he can actually do for the country. And lastly, I know most of you were also waiting for Ndindi Nyoro to attack William Ruto. I doubt if Ndindi Nyoro will attack William Ruto. Why? Business interest. Ndindi Nyoro is a major shareholder in Kenya Power. How did he acquire those shares? With the help of William Ruto. So they might differ politically, but because of business interest, they'll be going slow on each other. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what your opinions about Ndindi Nyoro's speech today is, but for me, it was a letdown. Maybe it's strategic for him and his team. If you are to ask me, Ndindi Nyoro has failed Kenyans in a very big way. The statement he issued today, he would have just posted it on Facebook. Kenyans will be comfortable with it. Until next time, Makwiny, bye-bye.